Hello, Shagar here. We are currently doing our Tuesday random video. Um, I've heard about this. It's free, and I was going to do dark. However, the problem was I have no idea how to get those achievements. Basically, it was just a revisit to do old lore or reveal more lore of the game, but I'm having difficulty figuring that out. So I made a request over the Discord if somebody would actually answer, and if they do, because I'm looking for non-spoiling tips on how to do this. I want to do it blind, but I've ran the first level multiple times and I got nowhere close near finding it. So in the meantime, I figure I'd try something a little lighthearted. Um, Completely friendly and not sad in the slightest bit. By the way, kids, you may want to stay away from this one. Um, so let's get started. Yeah, let's just do Shagar. There we go. Hey! I see an annoying girl run toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha! I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Eh, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Shigar. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But did we... But you did wait for me after all. I guess you didn't have to have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hee hee. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Shigar, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm not really... I told you already. I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of... Eh, voices. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content on getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you... I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own No, you don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hee. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used to the third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a new boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Shagar, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be completely more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet the both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Shagar. Minoka smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Minoko is probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile so genuinely at me, uh, you too, Monika. Come sit down, Shagar. We made room for you at the table so you could come sit next to me or Monika. I'll I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. So sorry, I get a little too excited. Too many female voices. I can't do female voices. I'm sorry. Yuri says, then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Minika and one space next to Sayori. Nitsaku and Yuri walk over to the corner room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one out. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Oh, great, we got a tsundere. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. Yeah, great, we got a tsundere. Uh, we definitely got a tsundere. But not for you, know, you dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Hey, that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know? I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. You faintly smile to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. What made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? How could you could probably be a board member for any major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. But I'd rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. But Monika is really a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people here are interested in putting in all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people both fun and worthwhile. But it makes some school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Shagar, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have any good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much, not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of her books, not people. But, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagining to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone so as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I can really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second. Never mind. uh, that's right. You usually don't like to write about cute things, don't you? Usually like to write about the cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind your last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. Hey, give that back. Fine, fine. Hee hee. Your cupcakes are your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up to Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Don't you have writing experience too, Yuri? If you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable to share hers. Eh? I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everybody's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Sorry if I keep getting voices weird. don't really do voices. Um, so if you're following along, you'll know who I'm talking about with the names. So, okay, I have an idea, everyone. Hmm? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we can share them all with each other. That way everyone is even. Eh, yay, let's do it. Plus, we can have a new member. I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Shagar? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never actually said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Shagar. You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the piece I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. You really just came for the cupcakes? I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Shagar, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hee hee. Yeah. Can I really impress this class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Shagar. Since we're already here, do you want to walk me home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. With the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home, the whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day with after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to get closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstance, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And nothing else. I've heard a little bit about this game, so I don't know everything about it. I just know it's beautiful, cheerful butterflies and happy rainbows, and nothing sad, depressing, or, by the way, children, don't watch this, anything whatsoever. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen whoever likes your poem the most. Um, okay. Um, Unending judgment, melody, skirt, misery, time, lust, despise, rose, melancholy. Melancholy. Aftermage, fickle, pleasure, whisper, doki doki, landscape, existence, smile, sing, family. Pleasure. Cry, comfort, cage, kitty, rain cloud, fireflies, lollipop, uncontrollable, lazy, climax. Let's go with cage. Why are you always the one jumping? Lipstick, marshmallow, inferno, kawaii, aura, tenacious, charm, candy, tears, unrestrained. Candied, hands down. Bubbles, whistle, sadness, chocolate, pure, infinite, daydream, memories, scars. I like puppies. I guess whatever I pick, the one that jumps is the one that likes that word. Eternity, grief, anime, hopes, bed, jump, mouse, wonderful, suicide, horror. Okay, I'm calling you out, game. I don't like how you jump for that one. Graveyard, shiny, dazzle, dark, shopping, sugar, sticky, sparkle, loud, and ambient. Graveyard. You're disturbing me now. Philosophy, secretive, destiny, dance, pain, clumsy, tragedy, email, special, starscapes, clumsy. Depression, empty, misfortune, treasure, childhood, lucky, alone, wrath, vacation, shame. Let's go with childhood. Fester, entropy, anxiety, flower, inconcurrent, cute, flying, massacre, extraordinary, and portrait. I like the word entropy. Cheeks, effulgent, I don't know. Flea, excitement, socks, bunny, vibrant, fantasy, captive, cheer. I had a pet bunny. Determination, twirl, parfait, incapable, romance, games, heart, hopeless, prayer, peace. Pink, beauty, holiday, raindrops, hop, disoriented, sunny, Valentine, dream, desire. I need a holiday. Spinning, laugh, adventure, together, disown, friends, party, death, promise, meager. Promises are important. Papa, clouds, forgive, agonizing fear, unrequited, waterfall, play, amazing, poof. I want a poof. Breath, disaster, imagination, journey, nightgown, rainbow, nature, boop. Heaven sent, silly. Nightgown. Feather, music, marriage, love, vitality, sensation, swimsuit, kiss, atone, milk. I want a swimsuit. Color, playground, insight, happiness, firefighting, frightening, firefighting. Frightening, passion, giggle, precious, intellectual, and vivid. Giggling. Sweet, variance, heartbeat, awesome, embrace, pout, explode, bliss, ocean, blanket. Explosions are awesome. Defeat, broken, sunset, vivacious, crimson, summer, fun, nibble, canny, uncanny, contamination. Nibble. Okay. Okay, so we are at 30 minutes, more or less, of my recording. We're going to go ahead and leave it here. Save, empty slot. If you enjoyed this, feel free to let me know, and I can continue this next week if I don't see any comments on hints on Dark. I may end up waiting for the DLC to come out and just continue it then. But let me know what you think, if you enjoy it. If you don't, I may just go ahead and go through this anyway. And just keep it on my Tuesday if it's not really that favorable. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. With that being said, this is Shagar signing off. I hope you all have a good day and take care. So goodbye for now, and thank you very much.